Aside from getting professional photos of your property, the best thing you can do is write a strong headline for your listing. And this is often underutilized. The reason why you care about that is because an underutilized headline loses you eyes, which loses you volume, which loses you money, and obviously you have fewer renters because of that. So this is a quick fix that will make a big difference in your property without taking a lot of time. So before we get started, I'm going to prove my point by showing you a couple of other examples and judging the out of other hosts. What? That's not nice. I know, but it will be informative, unlike their headlines. So let's get into it. Don't worry, we're not going to judge them too hard. This is a very common mistake, and if you have also made this mistake, just know you are in good company, but hopefully this will help. What you should be concentrating on when you look at these examples is what information is being conveyed to you through the headline. So in example 1, we have charming home away from home. Example 2, we have cozy oasis, Glacier Suite by Downtown and Drake. Example 3, we have alluring 1-bed, 1-bath plus high ceilings, Des Moines. And example 4, we have spacious 1-bed studio in downtown Des Moines. You have 50 characters utilized in the Airbnb headline, and you don't want to waste it on things that are painfully redundant. And while I have said before, and I will say again, that I am really into redundancies in listings, I think it needs to be useful redundancy that brings information to people. So listing that your property is in Des Moines is not a helpful redundancy because I know that because I searched for a property in Des Moines. I would be shocked if Airbnb then returned me properties in California. That wouldn't make any sense. So don't put the city name in the headline. Let's think about a few things. So what does charming mean? What does cozy mean? What does alluring and spacious mean? These words have different meaning for different people. These are really subjective words and they all come down to personal taste. Plus they don't tell you anything. As an example of that, if you look behind me, the fireplace is now a dark gray color, as is the wall back there and all the accents throughout the house. Up until 2023, the accent walls throughout this house were a deep green color, and I will tell you that while I love this gray color, my husband still prefers the green. Even though my husband and I have a very similar aesthetic and we like pretty much the same color palette, we disagree on this. So providing that as an example of subjectivity, and also to say the photos should speak for themselves versus you putting that into the headline. Something else that you will notice in rental listings is flowery language, and you need to strip this out. People are not coming to your listing for entertainment or light reading. They are simply trying to get information about the property. So make that information as easy for them to find as possible. And yes, this means a very directed, specific headline and bullets in the description and not much else. The good news is there's a pretty simple strategy for figuring out what should go into your headline and what the bullet point should be. All right, quick plug. If you are looking for a book or books on midterm rentals, there are 3 available on Amazon written by yours truly. The first is American Nomads. It discusses the different tenant types that would want your property. It also has interviews with both tenants and landlords in the midterm space, as well as checklists in the back. The second book is Erin's Guide to Midterm Rentals. This is more hands-on how to do the property, how to think about your listing, etc. And the third book is meant to be information capture for hosts and landlords, as well as exercises to help you think through things. It is actually relevant to this video because there's an exercise in this book that is similar to what we're about to do in this video. A lot of people come to me with questions about how to do the listing, how to do the pricing, and I am now offering a special package where I will set up your listing and get you your first tenant and then hand it off to you so you can have full confidence that you're set up. If you're interested in that, just email me. Okay, just so you guys can see, this is page 97 of my first rental property notebook, which will have a different cover by the time you're seeing this video. But you can see that it has a rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3. And this is important because the best way to think about your listing is to write out all of the characteristics of your property that are attractive. So as an example, on my own private residence, we have a fenced yard, we have a fireplace, we have an EV charger, we are dog friendly, we have AC, which not everyone in Colorado does. We have sort of a ranch set up on the first floor, so if you have elderly, you can come in and out without having to worry about stairs. Now that I have these listed out, I'm going to rank them by importance. If it's going to get a 1, The least attractive is going to get a 3. What you want to think about is what is most different from your competition, or what is most appealing to you, or what you think about with the property. You have 50 characters to utilize in your headline, and you know everything in one is an option for the headline. Your headline should be a 50 character combination of items that you have given that first ranking. Now, you don't have to put all of them in, but what I'm saying is pull items that are a number 1 ranking versus a number 2 or number 3, because you have decided they are the biggest differentiators or the most attractive for your listing. That's how you do the headline. Now let's talk about how you do the description. By the way, if you've come this far and you feel like you're learning something, please give me a like. All right, for the description, it's going to be a very similar process. So you're going to take those 1 through 3 rankings and you're going to put them in the description. You're not going to put any other language around them, but you're going to take your first items and they're going to be the first bullet points. Your second items are going to be your second bullet points, and your third items are going to come in last. And you're not going to do anything else. You are also going to repeat what you put in the headline, even though it's redundant, because these are the most attractive aspects of your property. You want to drill it into the potential tenant that this is available on your property. And finally, there is an option for a 4th ranking, and the 4th ranking would be the less desirable aspects of your property. For example, my yard no longer looks the way it did in the professional photos. My front door sometimes sticks. And then finally, our washer and dryer are broken. So all of this is pertinent information for people to know. Don't anticipate that they're going to cancel the reservation based off of this or not move forward, but it's important that they know before they commit, because again, people can handle bad information, but they don't like to be surprised. The benefit to this is that it gives you credibility and it creates trust between you and the guest. They like that you're offering up this information, and it makes them think that you are a concerned and thoughtful and honest host. All right, I hope that helped. If you are looking for more videos on midterm rentals, check out this one.